Tina.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, what's
All my
going on back
jewelry.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hang all
Show,
my jewelry.
ooh, show us. Yeah. Show us.
Wow.
And then all my headpieces in the corner, like I don't know if you can see them, but
Hello.
Wow.
somewhere
Gorgeous.
up
It's so
there.
festive.
Thanks.
I love it.
Right. It's like Christmas for you guys.
Totally.
Hmm.
Winter solstice actually today.
I know.
So,
Oh, here, Tracy's coming back. I think it's really crazy because what's that noise? One, holy shit. Uh,
oh,
1 second, guys.
okay.
Hmm.
Tina, so nice to see
Hi,
you. I
it's so
miss
nice to
you.
see you. I know. I'm so looking forward to this.
I know. I am too. I've been like really really excited about it. It's like
Yeah,
big big highlight of the new
it's
year.
big.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we get a redo as well because
Me
that was just like,
too.
yes.
I know,
Hmm.
totally. Very, very
Hmm.
exciting. Yay.
I can't believe
Great.
a year
Yeah.
ago we were in Luxor together.
I was sorry. I heard like this
Okay.
earth-shattering rumble. Well, because
Yikes.
my parents' place is on the Suez Canal, and there's also a military base, so sometimes they have like jets flying, and they do night training some. So anyway, I was just like, what the heck? Anyway, it's past. Yeah, it was just like rumbling, I was like, what the heck is going on? But yeah, I thought it was crazy that Mello and I just kind of like, I don't know if you thought about it, Mello, but we're like, let's just meet on Sunday. And it's actually a year since we finished
Solstice.
our last.
I
Yeah. And it
That is
wasn't
wild.
intentional
Wow.
on my side at all. And I think like yeah, so I just think it's funny how a year
The
went by.
universe
It's
conspired. I
yeah,
didn't even
it's just
realize I was being witchy and it happened.
and it happened, what Janelle, oh, you met Janelle's husband, Matt, like from Santa Cruz. And
Oh,
he
just
has a
saying
really,
hi.
oh, hi. He has a really good saying that's like, if you gotta tell them who you is, you ain't. So
True. Yeah.
I love Matt. So hi everyone that I haven't met, maybe just
Yay.
Jennifer. How are
Yeah,
you?
hi. I'm well. How are you?
Happy to have you in this space. I'm super happy to share Egypt with everyone. I've been living here for 5 years, almost 5 years. March 1st, I'll be here for 5 years. And there's very little that brings me such joy as like sharing the discoveries I've had with others. And Egypt sells itself. Like I don't need to really convince people to come to Egypt. People are coming anyway, you know? So um, but because I have a very intimate relation, it's really my pleasure to share that with other weird, cool people that might enjoy. So if you're friends with this crew, I'm sure that we'll get along super. Uh,
And
it
our
was a
pleasure
Here for
to take
Stephanie,
advantage and
so
enjoy it.
weirdo.
yeah, it was a really amazing group. I don't know how much you know about me, Jennifer, but like I am very transparent person. And what did we spend, girls, like 12 days together last year? I wasn't even annoyed once. And that's saying, and that I'm pretty spicy character a lot of the time. So, I mean, I don't know how well you know all these girls if you're the friend group or not, but everyone was fucking awesome. It was a really good gel of people. Um, it was
Can
like
concur.
adventure.
Hmm.
Yeah, really adventurous, good humored, curious about life, you know what I mean? So yeah, beautiful, wonderful. I have so many things to say about you guys. It was just a fucking awesome group. It was really, really, really good. Thalia, we missed you with us last year. I know you had your family things to attend to, but we were wishing you were there with us the whole time. So
Mm,
I'm I'm really excited to be able to have you this year and do something a little bit different. I know, Tina, you've been in
yes.
Egypt a lot. You know, she's going to become a local soon. Um, So this tour, what I have planned, we'll have some overlap, of course, because we have new people, and I always treat them like they have to see the things, like they have to see the pyramids, of course. We have to do the Grand Museum, and even since you guys were at the Grand Museum before, it's like, opened more. It's so good. I've been there so many times, you know. It's funny because everyone's like, "Oh, the grand opening." I'm like, "Joke's on you, suckers. I microdosed there like 5 times. It's not good." The only, for those who don't know, the museum, the only grand opening about it was that they added King Tut's, the King Tut, which is what we've seen on Discovery Channel since we were all children. So, I mean, I would still like to see it in person. So we have those things. I have 2 days in Alexandria, like a day, kind of a day trip. I haven't finalized exactly if we're going to spend the night there or if we'll use that time, like, because it's 3 hours transit-ish, 3 to 4 hours. We might have a super fast speed light rail by that time, so I haven't like finalized the exactly what will happen, but we'll have Alexandria where we go. Is anyone allergic to seafood? That's super important to know. Yeah, because we're going to eat seafood, so if someone is allergic, we'll have to bubble wrap them for that day.
Love seafood.
Yeah, okay, good. Because that's why you go to Alex. Alex has kind of like, I don't know, this like charming 80s retro, like I feel a cop on a motorcycle with a mustache. And I need to smoke a cigarette. Like that's the that's the vibe that it's like raining and moody. Alex was really in its booming time in the 80s, and it's reflected in the architecture. So there we would go to the Alexandrian library, and there's some more Greco-Roman rooms called Kom el Shakafa. And anyway, I'll send you a list of things. Um, it's like a catacombs underground, and it's very, very Greco-Roman. It's super cool. I don't love
It's really
Greco-Roman art. Yeah, I don't love it, but it still is cool to see the and the, it,
when I went there, I went at the last hour of the day, right before they closed, and I had it like to myself. Like I was walking in those catacombs alone. It was just like complete deserted, quiet, like no noise sound, anything. It was really cool to have a place to myself. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, it
I
wasn't so packed when I went either.
yeah, yeah. I just figured like during the day there might be other people, but it was like a special treat to have it just like walking around
Ah.
corners and have like nobody down there with me was really cool.
It's quite big actually, like
Yeah.
this underground thing. That was like one of my first seeings, like one of the first things I went like down inside of. I was like, oh, that's really crazy. So we have that on the menu. And then we have the regular Cairo things. And like remember if you feel like um a list of things that are not met on the tour. Remember, you can come early or stay later and get all your things. Also, a thing that is popular, keep it in your mind, dental tourism, beauty tourism. A lot of the stuff or services that you might get in America are a fraction of the cost here. Even things like lash and brow lamination or keratin hair treatment. You want to do your like a Botox or HIFU or any of those treatments, it's going to be like 30% of what you pay in the West. So just like keep that in mind. I like to promote the services, and I have good hookups for like I don't have Botox, but I like skin booster. I like HIFU. I like hair treatment. I like laminations of all kinds. Laminate me in some type of keratin, and I'm happy. Uh, so if
Yes.
just laminate me under, it's per so exactly make me smooth. Exactly.
Yes, yes.
So if there's like keep that in mind, you know what I mean? Different things also what you can do when you're in Egypt. That's on top of the tourism. Like so keep in mind like when people are coming, it's like, oh, ancient Egypt, but there's like modern Egypt happening at a breakneck speed, and there's like everything you can imagine. So I'm gonna pull up the web page here so I stay on focus. I had my assistant reformat this, so that was great. Let's see. So we got Cairo, we got House of Cheops. Depending how big our group is, we might just take House of Cheops for like a day use, depending. I would like, to have minimum 12 for our group to cover the cost of the boat. House of Cheops can now fit some of the rooms that you guys stayed in. They added another bed in the upstairs, the two upstairs rooms. I think Bella and Jacqueline were in one, and then Tracy and Mello, I think you guys were like right beside the room. I think you guys were right beside the pyramid room, like in the top, I think. So they added another bed into each of those. So what was that before? Eight people, eight. So 10, anyway. And that's like, I love the view of the pyramid, but I don't love the shower there. The showers were pretty sad. It's like Jennifer, it's the House of Cheops Hotel. We stayed there for a few days in Cairo. And it's very boutique and beautiful. It's like right under the pyramid Khufu. The pyramid's like right above your head, but it's a little like rustic, you know? Like the water pressure sucks and things like that.
I'm a rustic gal.
Okay, okay,
I'm
okay.
actually
So,
more interested in natural beauty than, listen, I love a luxury getaway too, but if I'm on adventure, it's totally different vibe. So just so you,
okay, okay,
yeah.
good to know. And it's not that it was terrible, but like I just love to have pressure from the water when I'm
Yeah,
showering.
I get that.
Anyway, so
I hear maybe
it
if you
wasn't.
get into the toilet, you get the pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. From the shatafa, from the butt sprayer.
And some
Um,
heat, and some heat. It was cold too. It was like a cold
right.
drizzle.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It was, yeah. It's gonna be warmer when you guys are here this year because you were here at this time. It just got super cold, like it was super warm, but it will be warming like at a drastic rate when you guys are here. We're in those days where the heat's like the temperature is just gonna like go up to 40. What's 40? Like 92 for you guys or something like in the 90s, high 90s maybe even. So we'll have House of Cheops is kind of like the placeholder, but I'm anyway, depending, we might change it, but we'll stop in and say hi. We'll have the pyramids. I want to go to the Citadel this time. Here, I'm just seeing the chat, sorry. Oh, I'm just reading that. The Citadel, the Muhammad Ali Citadel, we could see it when we went to Al Azhar Park. I would love to stop there. It also has a military museum. I don't know if we need to occupy ourselves with that tour. It is cool, but when you're trying to see a lot of things. Um, Here, I'm trying to keep up on the chat. It's like delayed for me. The Museum of Civilization, the Mummies Museum, for those of you who have done it, if at the time, if you don't want to do it, I'll send you some to another museum. They have like Geyer Anderson and they have some other museums. And then anyway, we can like format that closer to the date. Just I'm trying to like accommodate, the new and the people who have been. And to be honest, a lot of these sites, I've seen them many, many times and I think they're interesting. But if someone's like, I don't want to see that again, I can do something for you. Don't worry. I'll send you with Baguette. I'll send you with Baguette. Baguette is one of our helpers, that you'll meet him inshallah when you come next year. Um, Cairo also is like floating. There might be like some different shows available. It just depends on the night of the week that we land and see. Cairo is a city with a lot of insha'Allahing, and often like no matter the most organized tour group, they will have your itinerary and it's always subject to change because Cairo is a very fucking intense place. Uh, because it's very intense. So we just like inshallah our way around. Inshallah, for those who don't know, means God willing. So we're always like, inshallah, it will happen, because you make a plan and then it kind of has to go. But I like to give room in the tour to breathe. I don't want you packed in the van from morning to night just with a fucking selfie stick in your hand. Like we want time to absorb and we want time to breathe and enjoy also the people. And get a good read for the stuff. I've done a few different methods of tourism my own self where I've gone and seen all kinds of things. I don't even remember what I saw if I see more than like two things in a day, I don't, it's like all gelled together in my mind. So I try to like, of course, get you to a lot of things because you're on a time limit unless you plan on moving here. But, try to manage between those two moods of living here and like being here for a limited amount of time. But also like making the time enjoyable and not too weird and stressy. So we'll start in the Cairo for the few days. We'll have like a week. There's so many things to do in Cairo, cultural shows, like the highlights of Cairo. We have pyramids, Grand Museum, Citadel, Islamic Cairo, the kind of Khalili Market, Islamic Cairo, and like everything down in this El Hussein area. It's really hard to describe until you take you there. It's old. Alexandria will be, I have days 5 and 6, but like I mentioned, it probably is like a day and a half or maybe a day trip. Mishmohim, it's not important, but we'll get up there for the day and kind of experience the catacombs and the Alexandrian Library and a big seafood dinner. And then we'll see about what happens. So then we will fly, and that's covered in the cost of the overall cost, your ticket for Luxor. Um, I figured work that in and I'll get all the flights together when everyone's deposits in. And Luxor, we will have Valley of the Kings and Karnak and the Luxor Temple, but it's not going to be focused so much. We're going to go onto the boat. So the Dahabiya experience, I'm so excited for this. I really think that this is the way to do a little and a lot at the same time. Uh, and what I mean by that is the boat is its own private ecosystem where you're going to be like relaxed going down the Nile. And we will have stops. So the trip between Luxor and Aswan is about 3.5 days, 4 days on the Nile. If you drive it in person, it's just a 4 hours drive. And we'll stop. If you look at the map from Luxor, we'll go down, we'll stop in Esna is the next city, Edfu, and these also have temples in these area, and Komombo, which Komombo is my favorite temple, my favorite. And they do something very special that they don't do at all the temples there. They have it opened at night, which is very, very beautiful, very cool experience. Night templing is something else. So during the days that we're on the boat, we'll have hopefully trunk show of Mello's new collection. I didn't put that on the tour, but I'm like nagging her about this. We'll have some yoga with myself. We'll have workshops with local dancers and yes, we're going to, I'm just reading this. Sorry, I'm jumping into the comments. Are we staying at the same hotel in Luxor? Yes, Gazira Garden. That's my go-to place with Monsieur Gamal, our favorite guy. And we're going to bring the band for ourselves on the boat. So we'll have Shabby Band on the boat our first night. We'll bring the band and then we'll drop them when we make the next stop in Esna. So it's easy. You can bring them on the boat and then drop them on the side and they catch a drive. Okay. Uh, don't worry about them. They're okay. They're in their hometown. So we'll have musicians on the boat. We'll have the Shabby with the keyboard with electronic musicians, more modern style. But then we'll also have the older desert musicians, Rababa, Doof, Mizmar. So the guys that came to do when we did our stick dance, when we did our stick dance workshop, how they brought that band, we'll have some of those guys. We'll have guys for stick dance, should we want. I want to bring Hamdi for stick dance for the cane dance, and also Agnem, which was the Gawazi dancer, from the lineage of Gawazi dancers. So during the day, not only will we be mad chilling, enjoying the views of the Nile and this vibe, it's really otherworldly, you guys. But then we'll have the bands and we have the Nile. We don't need to worry about like staying up late. I know that everyone was like a responsible bedtime person, but you might want to stay up a little bit late and then siesta in the afternoon, when we're boating all day. You might switch your schedule a little bit to Egypt style. And again, everything is like we're floating in our schedule because it's how it works here. Um, and then we'll be on the boat again. Esna, Edfu, we can make any other stops. That's the joy of having a private boat. Um, I did a cruise earlier this year with my sisters, like like 100-person boat, and it was cool, but it was also like again, if I saw something cool over there, I can't be like, oh, Yella, can you pull over? So we have that option. There's a few other cool, like Banana Island. I don't know. It's not like people just go there to smoke joints. You can really smoke them wherever you want, to be honest. Um, so there's different stops that you can make. Esna, like I said, is a temple. It's dedicated to Horus. It's in the falcon-headed god. It's a really, really incredible temple. Very good condition. Um, Edfu is another Horus um, temple, but Edfu, the city itself, is a super shithole. So we would just like go in and go out. It's like a very small, overcrowded, poor, nothing to see in the city, just so you know. Just so you know. We'll just go to the temple and then leave. Also very well preserved. And then, like I said, Kamumbu Temple is just simply fucking awesome. There's maybe double the space, like Esna and Edfu. You would see them probably earlier in the day, and then it's a bit longer, like maybe 60% of the trek is between Edfu and Komombo, like distance wise. Um, and yeah, it's very, very, very amazing Komombo. It's for Sobek, the crocodile-headed god, and Horus the Elder. So if you're into researching the ancient Egyptian gods, just keep in mind that they change their form and they change their names a little bit because they're changing form, and some of them is their god form, and then some of them is referring to them in their humanoid form. So it's like sometimes like the similar name will come and the god is in a different form. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. All I can tell you is that if these people were or beings were coming to Egypt or wherever, they came to Egypt and they came to this area that we're going to be cruising on, and they were like, this is the fucking spot. And they built all of their temples up and down this place. Which there's something so palatable about the energy. I'm not like a woman that's going to tell you I channeled Horus or I channeled Hathor or Isis. Like I'm super not. I'm not against that either, but like I want to tell you I'm a very practical person. Um, but the energy is palatable. And whatever these ancient Egyptians were seeing, there's still remnants of that feeling. And, if you're a lover of the outdoors, simply these parts of the Nile is just this like rugged, untouched, incredible, luscious, beautiful nature. And so then as we get even more luscious, then we'll go into Aswan. So Aswan is the southernmost city in Egypt before we reach Sudan. So they call this area Upper Egypt, um, but it's in the south. And this is the reason for this is the Nile flows from the south from Sudan and up through. So we'll end our trip in the Nubian village. So this is a really crazy. So we were just in like Cairo, this how to say this megaopolis, this metropolis. Megaopolis is how they describe Cairo. It's more than a metropolis. And then we go down and we become into more modest ancient Egypt, very Egyptian, old style, strong, old, traditional. And then as we move down even further, this is where Egypt meets Africa, Aswan. So we end up with a new language in here. They still have Arabic, they still have English, of course, but then we get introduced to the Nubian people, who are arguably in history, some of the first people, the original peoples. The Nubian people are simply gorgeous, and they fight for defending the land in Aswan and to keep it very pure. So they're very like they are original humans. You'll see when you see them, they have a beautiful complexion of their skin. It looks like the sun, it lives inside of their skin. They're just very beautiful uh race or breed of people that you wouldn't see outside of this place. So they call Aswan the city of gold, and it's just sunny, 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 sunny forever. Sunny forever. Like I think they had maybe like rain once since I was here in the last 5 years, like very small. And that's when a bunch of scorpions came out of the mountain. So- That was yeah, that was like an
Whoa.
emergency. Maybe yeah, yeah, they're like it rained in the mountain and it chased all the scorpions and there were some deaths actually from that. That
Oh.
like way to sell it, Noah. But yeah, yeah, it was yeah, very rare very rare happening. When you get into Aswan, we will stay at a Nubian village called Atrika. I've stayed there a bunch of times. It's really lovely. Nubian village are like if you've ever seen the homes, they look like domes. So they use this architecture. They've been using it in very hot climates for a long time. They build the brick homes in domes. If you type Nubian village, you'll see very like white and blue and color and yellow, like this bright, like kind of like the Mykonos blue and white, but a little more tropical. There's super a how to say like a Bob Marley feel, and you'll actually see a lot of Marley paraphernalia in Aswan. Actually, it's like it's a vibe. It's very Rasta vibe. They like to have their weed, or like they call it here, bango. Bango is like our outdoor, okay? So they're very liberal. They're very liberal on this in Aswan and in most of Egypt. Once you're in your contained tourist place, it's you can do pretty much what you want, like everywhere, so you can do what you want. Um,
Like
but
chill
yeah,
on the top of Dendara Temple and
I do what I want everywhere. So
we had a moment up
uh,
there.
yeah, yeah, I do what I want everywhere. You know what? When you're a woman that looks like me in this country, I've already gone through all of the humiliations and all like so now I know about the corruption of this country on all levels. We have low level corruption, we have high level corruption. So if someone wants to tell me anything, I tell them, don't tell me anything. I know how your country runs, but I also like, yeah, I don't recommend always to be like that. But, you know, um, Egypt is a place where you can pretty much do, I'll just say actually the world is a place you can pretty much do what you want as long as you're not being a douchebag. I don't think we have that problem in this group whatsoever. So, thank God. I'm thankful, I'm grateful for you all. Just a few things if you're wondering, what should I do to avoid ending up in Egyptian jail? Be careful bringing vibrators across the border or dildos. I'm for serious. And not that I don't want you to have your pleasure, of course I do. But they could be confiscated and you could be embarrassed at the border. They could also not be, by the way. But if you're like a maniac and you need that, I have a guy that that has a number here. So if you're like, I can't live without it, don't worry. We can we can figure something out. Um, Other than that, it's really, really liberal. People are worried about what to wear. You don't need to be worried about what to wear. To make your own self more comfortable, I would just say don't do short shorts. Like have like a tunic of some type, and just if you're heavily endowed in the chest, like just don't have the girls flapping too much. It's and not that it's illegal or anything. It's just for your own comfort that you don't have guys being like guys yelling at you and being like, because that's pretty much what's going to happen. That's it. So if you want to avoid that, then just cover. But other than that, I took mine multiple times with Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty lax. We're not going to go into any areas that would be a problem either. We're going to see a lot. For people to ever say Egypt is unsafe is like so laughable. I feel so safe here compared to even when I go back home in Eastern Canada. It's more scary. We don't have crackheads here at all. We don't have fentanyl at all. You know what I mean? Well, that's not 100% true, but it's not going to be out in places that you would see it. But we don't have crackheads. That is true, 100%. And yeah, and they don't have too much like public drunkenness, which is where a lot of problems come from. So, alcohol is available here. If you have something that you like to drink, bring it from outside because the Egyptian liquor is not like you feel a little bit hungover while you drink it. And I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. Beer, they have their own beer here, but if you like anything hard or a nice wine, we can get some bottles of wine too, which is easy. Um, but as far as hard liquor, I would say it's not really a vibe. Um, it's not really a vibe. What else is important to know? Antinol, this is like a for if you get food poisoning, I make really, really take the utmost care to make sure that you don't go through that experience. The food is clean. I won't recommend that you drink any tap water, like will keep you hydrated, like from a safe source the whole time. That's mainly it. And then if anything happens, we have Antinol, which is like this pill you take when in and out are happening at the same time. Heaven forbid it happens to you when you're on your tour. I mean, my brother's been here for 4 days from Canada and he was eating everything though from the streets, like he really was. Uh, he was really pushing it. And now we're in the village, so he probably just had some bad water from the village. But anyway, as long as you stay pretty safe. And if you're really sensitive, then things like brushing your teeth with bottled water and but I've never seen that it's that severe. But if you're more sensitive and you find that happens to you a lot, then take those precautions, of course. But I wouldn't take you guys for juice in Giza or something like that. Like I don't even drink juice in Giza. Like fresh juice here is one of the super pleasures of living here. I love fresh juice of Egypt and definitely want to have you experience that, but not all juice places are the best, okay? So just things like that. Use discretion if you're not 100% sure, just ask. So that's why I'm here is to kind of be your interpreter, ambassador as much as I can. And then, some things are not 100% unavoidable, unfortunately, but yeah, we'll definitely try to avoid a day of be having to be close to the toilet. It's super miserable. Um, I'm thinking what else? SIM cards. I recommend to get a SIM card. eSIM doesn't work here, so we can do like a day for SIM cards.
I have a question
Tina?
about that, Noel. Um,
Yeah.
I've been reading about like new updates on like registering cell phones. Is that a thing now when you enter an Egyptian SIM card? Because I keep seeing like once it's entered into your phone, it gets like, I don't know, logged or something like that, and then you have to like register
Yeah,
your phone.
yeah.
Is that,
La, la,
I
that's
didn't do
that's
that last
that's
time.
only
Okay.
that's only if you're here for 3 months. So that's if you're here longer than 3 months. So as an example, if there's foreigners coming to live here and they brought their phone from out, they
Hmm.
after 3 months the phone company will cut them because only because they want them to buy a phone from inside. This is just a nonsense for an oppression they're putting on Egyptians, actually. Uh, they have all kinds of stupid rules like this. Yeah, so for
Oh, so
foreign,
Egyptians aren't buying phones from outside of Egypt, like having people bring, yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, here what I just need to make my power bar 1 sec.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's actually just a rule for Egyptians. So
Okay.
you only need to have your phone read. Yeah, it's a whole bullshit actually. And
So if you use
some
a SIM card for like less than 3 months and then you're done with that SIM card, it just doesn't, there's no
Exactly.
effect.
It
Okay.
just, yeah, exactly. It just dies off. But if you were staying longer than 3 months,
Hmm.
then they will shut off your SIM card until you go properly register your phone and pay the appropriate taxes on it.
Okay.
Just a tax racket. Yeah, yeah. But that's good to keep in mind if you like if you come and stay longer than 3 months. So yeah, it's very easy to get a SIM card. You just have to present the passport. We can do that on like one of the days. And you'll have way better reception with a SIM card than without. Or if you're fine without your internet. Like when we get to Luxor, when we're on the Nile proper, the reception and the Wi-Fi is not so good, okay? Uh, we're in the middle of the boat, So like the boat is in the middle of the Nile. Like I looked it on my Google map, you know what I mean? I looked it and your little dot is like in the middle of the Nile. There's no towers there, So our reception is not so good. But anyway, whatever. There's also different if you're like, oh, I need my internet, there's these different boxes. I even have an old one called MiFi, where it's a box that just takes another SIM card it's kind of like a hotspot, like a hotspot if you have something like that you need. So just plan with your loved ones, if they're not coming with you on this, that you'll talk to them when you talk to them and that you're mostly fine. But yeah, local SIM card is the best for that. What else? Any other questions? Any other highlights I'm forgetting? Or
I have
anything you're
a, I
wondering
have
that
a,
you'd love
I
to?
have a money question.
Yeah.
Um, uh, in terms of like the best way to do money in general, I know that there are travel credit cards that don't charge you foreign transaction fees. I just got back from Europe and I paid a lot of foreign transaction fees. So,
Bring
what
cash.
bring cash? Okay, just bring
Bring
dollars,
cash.
and
Bring
then
dollars.
we can just do exchange. Okay. How?
I'll exchange your cash. Yeah,
Okay.
bring me US dollars. Yeah,
Okay.
we have yeah. Well, we have like a very hot black market for US dollar. Well, it's not as hot as it was, but it's hard to get US dollars here. So yeah, bring your dollars. I can exchange any amount for you. It
Okay.
will be fine. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
best too. Yeah.
And if we run out of dollars, are there ATM machines in, I'm
Yeah.
assuming in the bigger cities for sure. Yeah.
Oh, there's ATMs everywhere. It's when you sort a debit machine fee of like $30. Like when you get down to the smaller cities, like you still have ATMs that you can use, but they will be having very, very high fees. So yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
can you, do you have a recommendation for how much would be good to bring for the trip, or you want to let us know later, or what do you think?
Maybe you girls who did shopping last year, maybe you can give her an estimate of what you guys did. I have no idea. I live and think in EGP, so I have no idea what people are thinking in their mind when it comes to American dollars nowadays. Um, but yeah, maybe the girls who came, like some of like depends on your shopping. It depends on your shopping level. I mean,
Okay.
once you're on the tour, like you have very little to worry about. Like all your foods cover, like you have 2 meals per day, which will be way more than like you won't be hungry, And then like we're throwing fruits and tea and everything. So all your stuff that way, once you're on the tour, all your transportation, there's no extra costs to you that way. So the only thing that you would have money wise would just be your shopping.
Most of my
Thanks.
bigger shopping I did at like places I could use my card, but then I would just when they asked dollars or Egyptian pounds, I would just say Egyptian pounds, but
Yeah,
still on
yeah,
my
yeah.
card.
Never, don't give them any
Yeah.
dollars. Yeah, don't
Yeah.
don't let them know you even have dollars because they
Well, I
will.
mean, even on my card, because like the machines, they'll be like, "Do you want it? Do you want US dollars or Egyptian pounds?"
Ah,
So, like when I did my big shopping, if I was in a store, I was buying a lot, not just like one item or two, but like if I was getting a good amount, that was going to be a bit, I would then use my card, but then just have them
I got you.
make sure they hit Egyptian pounds and not dollars. So it always
Oh.
seemed to be better that way in terms of the rates,
Yeah, who
at least
knows?
at that time.
Yeah, be care. Yeah, just be careful. I mean, it's a poor country, you know what I mean? And as much as I would love to say that you wouldn't get scammed, I can't. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't tell you that. I wish that I could. I can't. Um, and even something as simple as like my sister, she visited me in March when we did the other cruise, and she has stage 4 cancer. Like she looks very ill, okay? She looks sick. Like she's probably doesn't have that much time left even now. And she was like, "Oh, well, maybe they'll take pity on me because I look sick." I go, "Dude, you have a foreign accent. You can leave the country, you know?" So like there yeah, the people of Egypt suffer a lot, okay? And it doesn't account for like the bullshit of like the heckling that happens and the begging that you'll see. And it's only in some like super touristy areas, like when we go into downtown Luxor, it's really, really bad. Or when you're over by the pyramids, it's getting actually a lot better. And when we're in the market, of course, it's incessant, incessant, incessant. People nagging and asking for money. So, um, it doesn't make you a bad person to tell the people not to. And in fact, like, I mean, the girls that were with us last year, you can attest, like, I had 1 minute, I'm like, Inti no Isra. Like I'm yelling in one side and then I'm turning on the other side. I was like Jekyll hiding. I was like, "Hi girls, it's fine. Isn't it a beautiful day?" And then I'm like, "So like like I had to have two um because it's not easy mixing the classes. The West does a very good job of keeping us divided in the classes so we don't have to mix. It's very complicated to deal with different classes of people with different economic backgrounds. It's very challenging. Anyway, just trust that I know what I'm doing. Um, and trying to take the best care of you that way, you know. And just less engagement is better, you know, until you have some Arabic. And many people in the different in the different areas have many languages. They can speak French and German and a lot of tourist languages. They're actually very, very brilliant. But yeah, there is some areas where the begging is annoying. Just anyway, don't be over suspicious, but just don't be gullible, you know, which I'm sure you guys are from America, so no one in America is gullible anymore.
So
Like
glad.
after what you guys have seen over there. But let me
True
see what
dat.
else. Yeah, yeah. I mean, America is it's just wild over there. I'm like, oh my God. It's just wild. What else? What else? So we have money. And then also, yeah, I need to get the deposits for the boat in. So when you can put your deposit as soon as possible and any money towards your trip, and yeah, I gotta pay them fast.
Um,
We have a busy time. They were trying to put us in Ramadan. I was like, not Ramadan. So we're like a couple weeks after Ramadan, and it's like we're going into the season where it's not only busy for tourism, but it's also busy for Egyptians traveling. And there's a lot of Egyptians traveling, let me tell you. So yeah, we're in like a good active season. A good active season.
what days is the cruise itself? Like which specific dates? Did I?
Mm. Here, 1 second. Days 11. I have also, let me see this. 1 second. I have it on the event.
Hmm.
Like I have the page and then I have the web page event. 1 sec. Mm, Sweep, how do I get in here? Okay, 1 minute. Oh, I thought it was in here. 1 second. I'll do this on. The cruise is the 19th. Wait. Mm-mm. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So the 16th, here, one second. I'll stop the share. Let me open my email real quick and I'll get you those exact dates. I think it's the 16th. I think it's the 16th, but that might be the check-in to Gazira. Hold on. Mm-mm-mm. So Gazira is the hotel. Gazira Garden. Luxor Dahabea. Okay, 13th. 15th, transfer and check into the Dahabia. 15th to the 18th is the nights that were on the boat. I
Okay. And then you
think I
arrive in
don't
Luxor on the 13th, you said? Or wait, did I miss that?
13th, Iowa.
Okay.
13th, depending on when I'll try to do an early flight that day so we have more time. And then the 14th, we have Valley of the Kings, Hatshepsut, that kind of stuff, Luxor things. Uh, Iowa, 15th will be transferred to Dahabea. They didn't give me time, but I assume that
Mm,
it's early. Sometimes it's like 3 p.m. It's kind of like a hotel, but anyway, they didn't give me
yeah.
that detailed itinerary yet. 16th, we'll do uh, 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 we'll do temple. 17th, we do temple. Ah, and then Aswan, I did not mention, we're going to Fila Temple, which is incredible.
Hmm.
Fila Temple is the temple of Isis, and they have also Isis Gate for any of you Egyptophiles. The deposit is 750. And anyway, so as soon as you can send that, send to me. Um, and then I
Noel,
can
sorry
uh
for that deposit to send you. Did you send a link for the payment? Do you have a preferred method of payment for that?
I can do, well, I do whatever is usually easy. I can take PayPal, but send it friends and family because it's usually expenses. I have
Yeah.
Wise. Also, Wise is super easy. Or if you're comfortable doing IBAN transfer to my Egyptian bank account, that's the easiest. Because what happens, it goes to PayPal, and then I have to wait, and then I have to send it to my Canadian account, and then I have to IBAN transfer it to myself. Um, so it's kind of like moving money in and out of Egypt is not easy. So the easiest is Wise because I can
Okay.
transfer them, and then the
Right.
second best is IBAN transfer. If you can, some people can't figure it out. It's actually quite easy. And I can send you all the bank account information for that. And then the less preferred, but if you have no options, is PayPal.
And a friend of mine has used Wise, so that's
Oh yeah,
probably
Wise
the
is good.
one I would do just because it's good for, I think, traveling in a lot of places too. You can convert money and have a card that's not your like
Why?
regular card.
Yeah, yeah. Wise is super easy. I've never done the card. I know it's like a card on your phone. I've never done that, but as far as for like sending money around the world, it's like in changing currencies, it's
Mhm.
good. But if you send Wise, just send me USD. I have a USD account on there.
Okay. Can you,
But
I'm sorry, Noel. Could you do a little email like just for this so that we make sure so that I make
of
sure I do
course.
it right? Okay.
Of course.
I
Yeah,
want to
of
get
course
that
I
to you
can. Yeah,
this
I
this
can.
week.
Yeah, I can put that all in a summary email for all, and I'll include the link for this recording also.
Great.
And then again, if you think of any questions in the meantime, I'm always available. I'm always here. Also, like Tracy has been sending me some links of like other things you're interested. Guys, like it will take a whole lifetime to see all of Egypt. I really, I would love to take you to all of it. Um, But also just like keep in mind, since you were here last year, I have a flat above that's now renovated. My other flat's ready. So if someone wants to stay longer,
We just,
if
we
anyone,
just, we want a desert adventure. We want drum circles in the middle of the desert. We want a
mm,
Bedouin desert experience. Does that make
mm.
sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Also, you should sneak a hammam session in to our itinerary.
yeah, I mean, I go into Sepal Spa. I go to like a little a French Moroccan Filipino lady for my Turkish bath. For my
Yeah,
Moroccan bath. Right.
take us. We
Yeah.
want to go.
So the closest on this particular trip, the closest thing, well, here's an option. Maybe you guys can think about it. We could swap out Alexandria and go to the White Desert for a night or so, for one night. Because that would be the only Bedouins that you're gonna get are like guys who say they're Bedouins. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get
I just meant like when you see like the tents and all the rugs and the like lanterns in the middle of the desert and music and stuff. That's
yeah,
what
no,
we're
I know.
envisioning.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to get that, we would, to go into Bahia Oasis, like to go to the white or black desert, it's fucking amazing.
Hmm.
Or go to like Marsa Matruh and stay in one of those things. Like the thing is to get to one of these places, you're driving for like 5 or 6 hours
Right.
minimum. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. So I try to keep it more. I mean, you guys can think about that because we could swap out the Alex for the White Desert. It was fucking cool. I just got back from there like under a month ago, and it was fucking incredible actually. And we
Or can
slept
you
under
tell
the stars.
us, or can you tell us if we wanted to do that like right after, like add a couple days, what that would look like?
Yeah, I sure can. Exactly. I sure can. Yeah, like as an example.
In case that's something the group doesn't want to do, like I'm not trying to hijack the group. Like,
Yeah. I get you. And I'm sure it's an experience that everyone would love to do. It's just difficult, you know what I mean? It's just difficult. It's really cool, but it is roughing it a bit going in the
yeah.
desert. But I can get you that. Like as an example, I went with four friends the other day. We went for one night in the Eco Lodge, one night in the desert, and then came back the next. It was like 3 days total. Like we left early one morning, drove that night in the Eco Lodge. The next day we were in the desert, white and black desert all day, slept under the stars. And the next day we left by 2 in the afternoon. So like something like that was
Yeah.
really it
That
was
sounds
really
amazing.
cool. Yeah, it was really cool. Like the desert was, I felt like the White Desert. I don't know if you've seen images of it or not, but like it looked like ancient corals used to be. I felt like I was underwater. Like it was just so fucking phenom. One place I'd love to take you guys is Dahab, which is like
Yeah.
our
We
Yes,
surfer.
want it.
please.
We want
You know,
Dahab and Siwa
yeah,
Real
yeah, yeah.
bad.
real bad.
They're on opposite, like they're so far from each other. Because Tina and I had this conversation about Dahab and Siwa. She's like, which one should I do? I was like, dude, they're in different opposite directions. 10 hours from Cairo, both of them in each way, So it's but yeah, if there's any like extras that aren't on the
Yeah.
itinerary. Okay, Jennifer, thank you. It's okay.
Yeah, I'd love to see what
Um,
that looks like if we added that before or after, if we did some of
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah. Write it down for me and I
Okay.
can super map that and find drivers and let you know the cost and the time if you want to add that.
You would come with
Um,
us, right?
I would love to come with you for
Okay.
some. Yeah. I would love to come with you for that.
I
And
didn't know if
yeah,
you were saying you'd like send us. We don't want you to send us. We want
Yeah,
you with
yeah.
us.
yeah. No, the white and black desert was
Okay.
phenom. Oh yeah. You guys got to come in the summer for Dahab. That's like mine and my daughter's family tradition is we go to Dahab in the summer for
Yeah.
snorkeling.
And
But anyway, I haven't been to Siwa my own self yet, and it's far. It's so far in the fucking desert. So like if I travel far, I want to go to the ocean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to be on the water. So I know that they have other water, but it just hasn't lined up to be that way yet. But yeah, anything like I mentioned, the beauty services, anything else, if you're going to take like an extra 3, 4, 5 days when you're here and you want to do some other stuff, put it together. And it's very easy for me to do itinerary for those types of things so that I can get you like a cost based on that and Iowa and like planning the time.
Well,
Um,
quick
yeah,
question.
yep.
Sort of related. I've been interested in Petra, Jordan, and was thinking
Ah.
that might make sense to either hook on before or after the tour. With the timing of it, do you think it would be better to do before or after? Or should that just be a whole separate trip? Like what's your take on that?
Lots of people are do Petra in Egypt together. Super, a lot of people. Because there's not that much to do in Petra besides that. Like you know, I had a student, she was from Australia. She came to take a lesson with me and do her Egypt tour, and she's going to Petra after Egypt. So it would just
Mhm.
be like, I guess maybe you could fly even from
Okay.
Aswan. I don't know if you could fly direct from Aswan to Cairo, but I guess check your transits and see. Before or after, I don't think would make that much difference. I think it would be more hot after, just we're in that time of it getting more hot, but
Mhm.
you're from California, maybe you don't mind the heat. Maybe
Okay,
you
Um,
thank
don't
you.
well,
mind the
yeah,
heat as much.
Mhm.
I would also recommend if you do Petra, like
Yeah.
at least do a day or two in Wadi Rum. Because I
Okay.
took a car and like drove from the big city across to the Dead Sea, down to Wadi Rum, Petra, and then all the way back. So basically did a loop of the country
Mhm.
and just had a private car rental and it was like easy to drive, easy to navigate. But yeah, I think it's super doable. It's a pretty small country, but there's
Yeah,
actually
yeah, it's
lots
like
to do.
small, exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Cool.
small.
Thanks.
Yeah, a lot of people are tacking that on to their Egypt. Yeah, over here. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
a long flight. Like, yeah, it's like long for you guys. Um, but yeah, it is long. Oh, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. It's okay. I know, understand you gotta get stuff done. And like I said, anyway, this can start to like prime your mind. And then if you have any questions, of course, like reach out. I'm here for that. Um, and to try to see as many things as possible. You know, I like I told you last year, and I always say it. I'm like, oh right, people leave. Like when you guys have to pack and go home, like I'm like, what? You know, like it's just for me, I'm like, oh wow, people have to leave. I forget about that. I live here, you know? Um, so yeah, you're gonna look at things from a different like light than I would for sure. So yeah, don't feel shy. You know, ask me anything, even if you think it's like stupid question. There are stupid questions, but anyway, I'm there are, you know, but I'm sure none of you would have a stupid question for me. But yeah, let me know. I would check your wish list, get clear on the wish list. Send me anything in the meantime, and I'll send this to your friends if you think some people would be a good fit. Boys or girls, as long as they're in the similar you in the container. You know what I mean? And I have no problem moderating a group, you know, so I'm sure that it will be super fine. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything that I forgot. I don't think. I think that's it.
Noel, can you explain a little bit about the single and double occupancy? And is that specifically for the cruise or is that for the whole trip?
That is for the cruise. For the other trip, for the rest of the trip, like for the here, where is it? Yeah, that's more for the cruise, actually. I mean,
Okay. And
and when we're in
is
the
the
ho and
cruise,
when we're in,
are we
sorry.
are we spending 3 nights there or 4 nights on the cruise?
Oh, good question. Here, let me see if I understand. Uh, 1, 2, 3
You
nights
said,
on the
yeah,
boat.
you said
Yeah.
15th to 18th, but the 3 nights,
Yeah,
15,
yeah,
16,
three
17.
nights. And then on the 18th, we go to Atrika. We go to the into the Nubian village. We'll transfer it then. And then we're there the 18th, 19th, and then 20, we are going back to the airport.
Okay, so we're on the cruise, and then we end up in the village in Aswan and stay a couple nights in Aswan. Is that what you're
Yeah,
explaining?
exactly. Yes, exactly. We end the cruise with a couple of nights in Aswan, and that's when we'll stay in the Nubian village, and we'll go to Fila Temple. Maybe we'll go to Elephantine Island, we'll see, but we'll also just like cruise on the Nile. Fila Temple will be like a full day thing with the Isis Gate. It's incredible. We have to take a boat to get there. It's the only way to access it.
I've had some friends really get me hyped on the Isis temple. They swore that was their most favorite.
It's incredible. It's like on an island. Yeah. It's literally on an island that you have to take a boat to get to it. It's really cool. It is one of the temples that they moved. They did move it originally when they put the dam because the water level rose and to change it. But they did a really, really incredible job for that one. And then there's like another section that you take the boat to, like after usually you go and you see Alafila Temple and then you can go to the Isis Gate, and then we can be there and like smoke some herbs or have some Blue Lotus or something and do a little ceremony for Isis if you feel inclined to do that. We'll have time for that. But yeah, it's a fucking phenomenal temple. Super phenomenal.
What day do we fly back to Cairo?
20th.
20th. Okay. Because I have my flight booked out already on the 22nd. So that gives me like
Okay.
one little because at that point it'll be like 2 months for me. So so
Okay.
yeah, it'll be wrapping up, finishing my time in Egypt with you guys.
Wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah.
Are we staying at your
Yeah.
place again after we fly back from Aswan?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can.
Otherwise, would it be fly back on the 20th? Like, I was just trying to figure out logistics about airports.
So the 20th, if we go back, I don't know what time here, sorry, there's mosquitoes. I don't know what time is the flights yet because I didn't book them yet.
Mhm.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, I would say maybe budget unless you found like a flight later the day of the 20th or budget like early in the morning on the 21st if you're tight on the time.
Yeah, I would say after our last experience flying back from Luxor and like the big delays that there were, I would feel
Oh, right.
probably
Yeah, yeah.
safer to book at least the next day out just to avoid like if there's a delay and then missing our
Yeah,
like
yeah.
major
Or
international flight.
book or book 4 days out so you can go to the desert.
Yes, even better. Okay. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, or book 4 days out so we can go to the desert. But yeah, after this call, like just I would sit with it, see what's possible for you, see if it's a matter of like working from here. What do you need? What do you need so you can do something from, you know what I mean? Like so, just consider everything that you need, and I'll do my best to put it in place for that time.
And did I hear some uncertainty about staying at House of Cheops? I think, after the
Yeah,
discussion about water pressure, are you thinking about staying somewhere else or what's
maybe do you remember funny Khalid that we met him at Dr. Sharif's?
yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah,
he came on the
with
boat with
him.
us?
Yeah, the
So yeah,
DJ
yeah,
musician guy.
exactly.
Very
Yeah, yeah.
chill.
So he has a really
Oh,
beautiful place.
yeah. He
Yeah,
was telling us about that when we were there, right? It was like
yeah,
this kind of
yeah.
garden.
He
Yeah.
he has a really gorgeous place that's in Saara. It's close to the pyramids. But then I would still take House of Cheops for a day use or something. I have a good
I
relationship with
mean,
them. It would just depend how many people that we have. Another option is like part of the people stay at House of Cheops and then there's another guest house behind it. But I rather keep everyone together. I wouldn't want some people to be there and then I don't know. I always just want to manage everyone's happiness as best as I can. But yeah, House of Cheops will be involved, but I don't know if we'll sleep there like we did last time, or like I said, maybe we'll just take it for day use. We'll see kind of closer. And we might do Khalid's place because he can take 18 easy. And they have a nice pool and it's really cool there also. It has its own charm and it's really beautiful actually.
Cool. So it just kind of depends on the numbers at this point.
Yeah, and and I have to double check with Sam. I'll double check with him our dates also. Because yeah, when is it? April? Yeah, I'll check with Sam soon. But yeah, as soon as I book House of Cheops, like they're very tight on the money. So right away he wants the deposit. If I say, Sam, I want this date, he's like, right away, you need to put the deposit. So if you guys really want House of Cheops, then I can message him. But anyway, he'll be like, I need your deposit now. No, it's yeah,
I
they're
mean,
more strict. But yeah,
it's not
as long as
the
it's
most
not booked.
comfortable accommodations, but it was definitely a vibe
Yeah,
and a great place to do our little photo shoot. I loved that aspect of it.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I'd love to dance or do yoga in that big space.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
same.
More so than
Right.
like stay there.
Yeah. So maybe I can ask him a date. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or even do like a dinner, like some of the events that I did there this year, like we did like a social and a meditation and then like have dinner together under the stars, something like we could maybe end one of our nights. So I could get him to like book it for like, okay. And then maybe have a photo shoot day there if you want. Oh geez, what happened to my
Sounds
screen?
like the boat's also ideal photo shoot real estate.
Yeah, the beds were not the best there for sure. They were not the best
I
beds.
would
For
love
sure
to
not.
do a sunset photo shoot in Luxor because I have quite a few really, really cool locations I saw last time um, that I got taken to out in the desert. So um, that
And
would be
we'll
really
have the
fun.
boat also. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
have the
yeah, yeah.
boat also as a like yeah, so it will be and then we'll have Sad with us also so we can tell him what we need. But yeah, he knows what our group needs pretty much. So okay, my brothers are my brothers are signaling me. All right, I'm gonna close the call. I'll record this. I'll put like minutes in an email and send
Okay.
just with all the banking information, so you don't have to think of anything. Share it with your friends. I'll put a link for the video. If I don't, I think I have everyone's email. Thalia, I think I have yours also. I think just maybe Jennifer. I
Sam?
might not have her email.
Mine's intrepidmuse at Gmail.
I have it. I
Okay.
remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. Okay. All
Thank you,
right.
Noel, for all the
Yeah,
info.
thank
I know, this is great.
Yeah,
Can't
my
wait.
pleasure, you
Can't wait
guys.
to
Like
be
I
there again.
said, oh, here, I'm gonna copy yours. Tracy, 1 second. I'll just put it here. I just put it in my WhatsApp chat. I got it. Okay. I have
Thanks.
a thread that I send myself stuff. All right, girls. Get back at me with your questions. I'll do a meeting again, like gather some more girls, and we'll do another meet at like the end of January, something, and we'll like have a little meet in there, and I'll start sending out some more info of what's going on.
Okay.
Yay.
Thanks, Noel. It's so good to
Okay,
All
see
thank
right.
you.
you.
Okay.
Bye.
Good to
See you
see all you
girls
ladies too.
soon.
Mwah.
You
Good
too,
to
Good to see
Tina.
see you.
everyone.
Bye.
Can't
Bye.
wait.
All right.
I'm
So for
excited.
Inshallah.
Jennifer's.
Bye.
Noelle, I
Okay,
just typed in
Sarah.
Jennifer's email address for you.
I just got it. Thank you. Okay, good
And I know you
night.
have mine already.
I have yours for sure.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
so good to see you. Sorry I didn't figure out my camera.
Lala, it's okay. I'll see you in person
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Ciao,
Okay.
ciao,
Enjoy.
ciao.
Happy solstice.
You too. Happy solstice.